Yo, what is... Why am I getting up? Yo, what is good, everybody? We're back at it again, back in action with that Firewatch. Actually, we're not back in action. This is the first time we've ever played Firewatch. Yeah, so I don't know why I said back in action. Well, we're back in action on the channel, but we're not back in action with playing games. So if you haven't seen, Firewatch is currently blowing up on TikTok. We're totally not gonna talk about this. This isn't even happening right now. It's blowing up on TikTok, so I thought, I thought I'd play it, not solely because it's blowing up on TikTok, but because actually, if you know, I don't think I've ever included it in a video, but if you've been in the streams, if you haven't seen the streams, if you haven't seen the streams, I've talked about it a lot, but I don't think I've ever included it in a video. But I grew up off of watching people like Venturing Tail or Bear Ghost Games, and Bear Ghost Games actually played this game right here, Firewatch. I think back when it came out. So it came out in 2016. So that's damn near 10 years ago. So I watched Bear Ghost Games play a little bit of this. I've never actually finished watching him play it. I don't even remember if he finished playing it or if I just stopped watching him. Sorry if you see the monitor glasses. I don't know. I fix it yet. I'll figure out something. But yeah. So I thought I'd take a crack at it. I watched Bear Ghost Games play this 8 years ago. Now it's blowing up again, and I thought, take a crack at it. Come on now. How much can I hear really? Campo Santo presents. But they presenting, bro, in cooperation with Panic Incorporated. I haven't played a story game in a minute. The last game I played was what do you call it? Boulder, Colorado, 1975. I did see that this might have been in Colorado because they said the Rockies, and it seems like it is. You see Julia. I forgot what I was talking about. I'm sorry. I don't like when people don't finish off their sentences, but that's on me. Do I have to oh, I had to click something. She's about your age. Late 20s, laughing with well-dressed professors and grad students from nearby CU Boulder. You, Henry, are out drinking with your pals. You approach her. You are drunk. So, just go for the more sensible thing. You slur the word major and it sounds like cores. You give an awkward smile. Evolutionary biology, she says. And I'm a professor. Cool, you reply. What's yours? She asks. She sniffs the air. What is this? Toxicology? Toxicology? I guess. Was that a burn, you ask? She says, definitely. Worried she hurt your feelings, she asks if you wanna... Oh shit, I can't read! Worried she hurt your feelings, she asks if you want to slit a cheeseburger. 1 week later, you are Julia's boyfriend. Okay. Alright. So what's that mean? What's that mean for us? RT to use objects. Pick a backpack. Put that bitch on. Come on now. Why am I pulling up the backpack? Parking lot? Alright. Gonna toss the backpack in there and close out the trunk bed. Or truck bed. You date for over a year. She drives you absolutely nuts. It's great. You move in. You share an apartment near the school with a view of the mountains. You two drink beers out on the deck. You drink beer just about anywhere. Life is good. So what happens? Does she die? Julia wants to get a dog. There's a scruffy, undersized beagle. Julia is in love. She wants to bring it with her to class. There is also an intimidating but gentle-eyed German Shepherd. Nothing bad could happen to Julia while walking this dog. It's badass. Scruffy, undersized beagle. Shepherd is cool. Julia is in love with the beagle though, and I like how it has character. Scruffy, undersized. It's something special about it, right? Bucket's a good dog, and a week later you've totally forgotten about the other one. Oh, it's kind of sad. Julia loves him. You love him too. Scruff. You talk out on the deck. It's summer, 9:30 p.m., and the heat still radiates off of the high desert. 1979. What do you think about kids? She asks. Kids, they're not very smart or good at much. I'm saying if you and I have some, a couple little idiots, that would be pretty good. In that case, we should probably get married. Yeah, I would like that, you say. These kids are going to get screwed up enough. It's probably for the best that their parents are hitched. You say she's absolutely right. So, does she die? She dead? Man or bear? Let me know down in the comments. Give a reason too. Personally, I don't know. There's bad men. I don't know if a bear would kill me. Just really depends. It's a Thursday night and Julia is 4 hours late. She doesn't call. You're worried and getting angrier by the minute. Why am I getting so angry? Oh, she walks in after you've gone to bed. 1980. She's not quite drunk, but she's clearly been having a fun time. You fight when she gets between the sheets. I sound very abusive, so I'd like to ignore her. More a toxic relationship, abusive, I don't know. This doesn't feel right. You don't touch each other all night. The next day you feel guilty for being so angry and ask her about her evening. She says it was great. You hold onto a tiny pill of resentment. You make some coffee and go to work. I still have a cough, by the way, so that's why I'm going to be drinking water. Julia still likes to draw. She draws plants from her research. She draws all the places you go. She draws you. You pose and flex like He-Man. You frolic like a Victoria's Secret model. This one's funny. This one's so funny. I've watched a little bit of He-Man. It's what would pop up on the TV when I was a kid, so see a little bit of He-Man, right? You look awesome. So what are we doing? Why are we out here? Time to sprint. Where are we going? What does that say? What does that say? Two Forks Fire Lookout. So, I think I know that we're a fire lookout, I believe. So is our station what was it? Two Lookout? I don't know. I forgot what it was. Two Lock? During the summers, you and Julia enjoy walking Bucket at night. It's been 2 nights. I'm kind of wondering, like, what happened. I'm wondering if I said I got angry at her, like, if we would have split up. I feel like we're going to split up quicker if I get angry at her. There's a festival in town. It brings in folks from from far away places. One of them tries to mug you with a knife. Oh, Bucket gets kicked. Fuck, there's a dog, Julia yells. She gets flustered and she has trouble speaking when she is stressed. You confront the attacker. You scare him away, you beat his goddamn face in. I know, I don't really look like him, but I can't deal with dog abusers, bro. So, if this man's strong or anything, you know, beat his goddamn face in. I don't know if Julia likes that. Ooh, your arm gets cut up, but you beat the guy to a pulp. You don't feel very tough. You cry your eyes out before the cops show up. Julia asks, oh my god, bro, I don't give a fuck. From then on, you walk by the river. I don't know, man. 1984. Plans to have kids get waylaid by work. Sorry, I did not mean to get that close. I was moving. Now, if you can tell, I'm oriented in a different position. Julia gets offered a job at Yale. Yale is in Connecticut, 2,000 miles away. It's a great job, associate department chair. She wants to move. You absolutely do not. Oh, this is where it looks like the relationship is gonna end. Because I'm stubborn, and I don't want to move to Connecticut. Convince her not to take a job, which means I'm convincing her not to pursue her future. Agree if she commutes back and forth, that means the relationship ends. I'd rather let her go, do what she wants to do, and be happy, and for our relationship to slowly deteriorate, rather than me to force the relationship to end because I was being stubborn and didn't want her to pursue her future. So, agree if she commutes back and forth, which likely means the relationship is over. You ask her if she'll commute back and forth. You don't want to move to Connecticut. She says that'll be hard, but she'll do it if you won't move. You tell her not to pass it up if that's what she wants. She agrees. She flies back to Boulder 3 times each semester. I don't know, man. Julia is sent home from Yale on paid leave after having an episode. She lost it on a colleague for borrowing books that were important to her research. Just borrowing. She didn't remember that she had happily loaned them to him just 2 days prior. She was found crying in the stairwell. You say that maybe you guys should talk to someone about it. You make macaroni and drink wine and try to forget about it. Preferably, she'd probably want to forget about it, but if she's somehow forgetting things she did 2 days ago and attacking someone about it, it's probably best if we end up communicating about it, because either this is she's under an immense amount of stress or something else, and I think we need to talk to someone about it. After seeing multiple doctors and having many tests, they're worried that Julia might be suffering from early onset dementia. She is 41. You both decide to keep it a secret for now. Yikes. Oh, we still have her ring. Ew. That's me? She dies, huh? Bucket is getting older. Julia comments that it's kind of nice because he gets in less trouble around the house. A week later, she goes back to the university. He's gonna die. I don't know, this is kind of sad for me. Julia's affliction gets worse. She can't remember things in her class. Her research is in shambles. She drives her car to the next town over for no particular reason and has to be brought home by the police. She's devastated. She's sent home on permanent medical leave. Some days you get the Julia who calls you dope and your unborn children little idiots. Other days you get a stranger. She pulls you into bed to make love. After 5 minutes she goes into a panic, believing her dad is at the door. First, I don't know how comfortable I would be making love to someone that's consistently forgetting who I am. That doesn't feel consensual. You tell her family. They are crushed and begin to make trips to and from their home in Australia to visit her. For a while, your friends come by with little things to brighten the day. She gets worse. Spend your days following Julia around the house. You count the seconds between the 2 weekly visits from Daniel the nurse. He suggests that Julia could live somewhere else, somewhere within 24-hour care, a home. It sits with you for a couple months. You decide to move her into a full-time care facility. You determine to take care of her by yourself. This brings 2 issues. 1, if you move her into a full-time care facility, now we have a bigger issue. When she remembers who she is, this is going to bring massive issues with her being like, wow, we just abandoned her, right? If we take care of herself, she's going to love when she's who she is. She's going to love us, but when she's not who she is, this is going to bring some episodes. Personally, the way they're setting this up, it seems that something bad is going to end up happening to her no matter what. So I'd prefer spending the last of the time we had together taking care of her, right? Let me know what y'all would do. I feel like this is the right choice. Looking up at the sky. Oh, quick disclaimer while we were walking and hearing about the sad story about him and his wife. Something I'm going to be trying to do with this series is I'm going to actually record this episode and instantly edit it so that I can immediately create an episode out of this. This is something I've never done before. A good amount of YouTubers. I jumped that from down this recently. No, this is something a lot of YouTubers sometimes do. A lot of the good YouTubers do this. They'll record something, send it to the editor, then in a week, boom, the video's done. And then they record. You know, you get the point, right? I don't have an editor. I'm the editor, if you can't tell. But the goal is for me to have a series because I've gone back to once a week uploading, so either Wednesday or Sunday a video will come out. I thought, so I can be a little more generous to you guys, I would create another series because I have Resident Evil 4, I have Stray, I have all these other games that I'm creating series on, and those episodes come out once every 3 months. So that's a bit of an issue if you're following a series. So I thought I'd start a series where I force myself to instantly upload it, so that every week, if you miss the Wednesday upload or the Sunday upload, you have another series that you can follow along that is coming out weekly. I don't know when the first episode will come out, but every week after that, I will promise that I will edit an episode for you guys, especially since it's summer. That's why I'm pushing myself a little harder, because I don't have school, so I don't have to worry about not being able to upload because I'm worrying about school, right? A little safety crossage. Oh, there's a I don't even think it's a deer. I think it's an elk. What the hell? It is impossibly hard. The worst is when you get mad at her, like when she tries to cook her own food. You can't do anything without her, and she can't do anything without you. I don't like how mad our guy gets. I think I'd feel more sorrow rather than anger for her. When she goes to sleep, you stay up for a few hours drinking on the deck, watching baseball in the summer, college basketball in the winter, drinking then too. He's an alcoholic. Sorry to say. You start going out after you put her to bed. The first time you do it, you worry about her getting up and walking around while you're gone. I feel like she would go crazy if I put a chair in front of the bedroom door, but you trust that she sleeps like a rock. I don't think that's safe, so I don't feel like either of these are good. If I was in this situation, I know it's tough, but I don't think I'd resort to alcoholism or doing this. So I want to say I guess I lock her in. You go to the same bar at the boring end of Pearl Street. It's nice there. Over time, you tell Sheila, the bartender, everything. It's a huge weight off. You're home and in bed by 1 a.m. a couple nights a week. You look forward to those nights. I'm still wondering what she did 10 years ago. Ooh. One night, you're stopped at the DUI checkpoint. You blow a .10 and are taken to jail for the night. You consider trying to hide it, but you tell your sister-in-law, Susan. Ooh. Julia's parents take the next plane from Australia. They can't believe the state your house is in. Then they tell you Julia's coming to live with them. You don't argue. You'll say you'll visit soon. A few weeks go by. Summer's coming and you see an ad in the paper for a job. You take it. So I have a feeling that's how I end up here. I resort to alcoholism or being an alcoholic because my wife is suffering from dementia and I'm not emotionally available to her, either physically or emotionally, mentally, So now I take this job up in this scary ass tower. I guess I won't be visiting my wife. I feel like my wife's gonna die. I feel like the whole point of this game is some creepy stuff is gonna happen, but in reality, hey, I've never watched anything. I'm just taking stuff. I'm taking from small clips I've seen and stuff I kind of remember from 2 years ago. No, it's been fucking 8. That's crazy. I'm gonna predict what I think the plot is. So he's gonna go through a game. It's gonna start off normal. I know we meet this girl like Deborah or something. We're gonna get close to her. She's gonna turn out to like be a figment of our imagination. Maybe not, maybe so. If she does turn out to be just us talking to ourselves, the whole plot line is we're gonna be learning how to live with ourselves and stop being an alcoholic. And then once we return home, we're gonna be normal. But I think our wife's gonna be dead. I think no matter what, our wife dies at the end. If Deborah turns out to be a real person, then I think the same plot line still happens. But sometimes, occasionally, we'll like think we're talking to her, but in reality, we're just fighting with ourselves because we're an alcoholic. We'll see. I think that'd be a crazy ass plot point in the game, but I don't know if they do that. Shown poster? Oh, with 2 forks. Map table. Singular mind. What's the book?
2 Forks Tower, this is Thoroughfare Tower. Come in.
Hello? I like how she just keeps bugging you.
Hello? Whoever this is?
Voice acting.
It's Henry, right?
Yeah.
I'm Delilah.
Oops.
Yeah, that's what the guy said on the phone.
So what's wrong
She's
with
over
you?
there.
Excuse me?
Thoroughfare
It's trying
lookout.
to get away from
I
something.
think.
So what's wrong?
What's wrong with you?
That's a great idea. Go ahead.
Look, I just hiked for 2 days, so I don't really follow whatever it is you're doing right now.
2 days hiking. Holy hell.
Take a stab at what's wrong with me.
Fine, then can I sleep forever?
Sure, buddy. Okay, now go ahead.
You've killed 3 ex-husbands. You're rebelling against mom. Nobody back home can stand you. Let's go with the funny one.
You've killed 3 husbands. You're a black widow and you're just out here until the heat dies down and then you'll kill again.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, very good. Bravo, Henry.
Okay, I sleep now?
Not quite. Now you.
Okay, good night, bye.
Let's see. I don't know anything about you. I say you got fired from your job and have finally decided
Supplies
to...
for 2
That's
forks.
the sort of bullshit reason you'll find a man out in the woods.
Good night.
Welcome to the job.